After a long night of riding the night before, it was, you know, it was great to get into the Gur camp and sleep. And in the morning when we woke up, we were really in a beautiful location. Coolest part probably about it was all the hawks and the vultures and stuff around. We got to you take big chunks of bread or something and you throw it up in the air and they'd swoop down and catch it. And again, a lot of stuff I've never done in my life. That's why I do these trips. But this was a really cool part of it, and throw it up, and I mean, they would come pretty low. They would get pretty close to your hand. They wouldn't come close enough that you could hold them or anything. But just throwing that up in the air and watching them swoop down and catch it like it was, birds of prey, what do you say? That's what they are. On these trips, we're pretty self-contained. We don't take a lot of stuff. And so getting ready in the morning, making sure the boots are dried out. The night before, we rode in a lot of water. We did a lot of water crossings. So making sure the boots are dried out, trying to keep everything dry somewhat. Not a lot of places to do laundry unless we do it in the streams. But we got everything ready, and after that we headed down and took a very nice walk, and we went over to a really beautiful waterfall. It was nice. It was just small. It wasn't unbelievably spectacular or anything. But it was calm and it was nice and tranquil. It felt good just to be there. At this particular Gur camp, Gur camp that we stayed at. Most Gur camps have 1 or 2 Gurs. This gentleman had about 3 or 4. And for his area, he's noted as one of the top Gur camp guys. Inside of his Gur, he had one of the nicer Gurs of all around. And inside of it, he had the whole processes for making, to take care of the Gur milk, the yak milk, making yogurt, making curd, making yak wine. He had the distillery, much like a moonshine distillery, where you can make your own moonshine. And it was strong. It was like drinking pure alcohol, but
on our ride, we've been staying in a lot of Gurs throughout Mongolia, and this is the traditional way people here live, the nomads. I've learned a lot of interesting facts about the Gur, but to get more information about it, can you give us some updates there, Gans?
Okay, Mongolian Gur, this design and shape and everything hasn't been changed much last 3,000 years.
Okay.
Which is since late Stone Tool Ages. And then they're a little bit changed last few years, like satellite dish and solar panel and things. But Mongolian Gur is designed to live in from minus 45 Celsius plus 45 Celsius, which is this Gur you're able to live between almost 100 degrees in Celsius difference.
Yes.
And all material is natural. This is a pine tree, Siberian pine tree.
Okay.
All posts and the wall. And this stuff is made of yak or camel leather.
Okay. And then what do they use for the mattresses?
So
because there's not much here.
See here.
Yep.
This is also made of. So this is exactly the same material. Gurs.
This is the same material they use to wrap the Gur in. Yeah.
So this is also all the mattresses.
Yeah.
It's the same material. That's what's thick and hard.
It's thick and hard. Yeah. Okay. And of course, in everything you see in this video, you'll see many Gurs being used. But it's absolutely beautiful here.
Like everywhere, as you know, throughout all my videos, favorite thing for me to do is go out and give stickers to the kids. And I'll say it, if I've said it once, I've said it 1,000 times. Kids all over the world like to get stickers. There's something about a sticker, getting it, putting it on things, and just having it. And like Laos, like Cambodia in my previous episodes, Mongolia is no difference. As soon as these kids grabbed these stickers, they started stickering their dad's trucks and the local farmers' vehicles, and it's funny just to watch them laugh and go have fun, you know, play, you know, kids, you know, it's beautiful. One of my primary things I love to do wherever I go in the world is fish, right? I've fished all over the world. I don't like fishing, I like catching. Catching is what I prefer to do. And when I go out, I make it a mission of mine to catch, not fish. Fishing is boring, catching is fun. Josh always has this goofy luck. He doesn't even really like to fish too much. He does, he enjoys it. But we go down into Patagonia and we go fishing. He catches the biggest king salmon of the day. It's just so frustrating, you know, but it's funny. So we're down, and this time we're out fishing in Mongolia in the little lake, and we're only fishing for browns and brown trout. And we get down there, and I've already got my line in a couple minutes, and I'm messing around, getting hung up in all the rocks and everything that there are. Josh throws his first cast. Bam! He catches a beautiful brown, like that big, and I'm so frustrated at this moment. I'm just like, I'm like, if he continues doing this throughout the day, I quit doing this. It was so funny, yeah. But man, it was nice to walk that stream up and down it, and that canyon, walk the whole distance of it. I had to do a lot of hiking, just like you do in traditional fly fishing, to get up and down a stream.
When you're fishing and you're camping and you're catching fish, you ain't got no time to be messing around with no fancy lures. Bolts, man. Bolts. Nuts and bolts. That's all it takes to make a lure.
When you're in like 4th and 5th world countries, or even 3rd world, people use anything. You know, they use it all the way to the end of its life cycle completely. And it was interesting to see this tire that we came across. I mean, the tread was gone, everything was gone, but they'd used it. I mean, it was almost transparent. They used that tire so much. I don't know, it makes you feel like we're just sometimes too wasteful, and maybe we should be a little more resourceful with the things we have. At the end of the day of any of these trips, it's just nice to sit outside, really breathe pure fresh air. The temperature was really cool. Wasn't cold, but it was cool. And just to sit outside and enjoy the full moon, and it's just peaceful, man.